What should I do if my girlfriend has many other men entertaining or talking to her? She isn't just talking to me, she has several guys teasing or chatting with her, especially via text. How can I stand out so that she thinks of me more than any of these other chatmates? Additionally, is this a red flag? Is it possible she could cheat because of this behavior? And do you think this should be considered micro-cheating? Navigating a crowded social field. Is this a red flag or micro-cheating? To answer your question directly, having multiple men interested in her is not automatically a red flag. It often simply means she is a person with high social intelligence and enough charm to attract attention. However, whether it becomes a problem depends on her intent and how she manages those connections. Is it a red flag? It becomes a red flag if she prioritizes the attention of these men over your established emotional bond, or if she uses their presence to create unnecessary insecurity in you. It is a red flag if she lacks transparency, meaning she hides certain conversations or teasing moments to make it seem like no one else is there. Is it micro-cheating? Micro-cheating occurs if the interaction moves beyond light teasing into emotional investment. If she is sharing deep personal thoughts, laughing at certain jokes, and creating a sense of specialness with these other men that should ideally be reserved for you, it falls under micro-cheating. If the chatting is just surface level, it is usually just socially active behavior. If it involves emotional vulnerability or secret excitement, it is micro-cheating. How to stand out, a step-by-step guide. To stand out from a crowd of men who are likely only providing surface-level attention, you must move beyond being just another chatmate. You need to use the traffic light framework to create a deeper, more addictive psychological bond. Step 1. Move from green light to yellow light. Depth over surface. Most men will stay in the green light phase, offering only playful teasing and light conversation. This is fun, but not deep. To stand out, you must master the yellow light phase. While they tease her, you should be the one who truly sees her. Use personal compliments that target her character, such as her intelligence, passion, or resilience, rather than just her looks. Practice active listening. When she talks, reflect her thoughts back to her so she feels a level of emotional connection with you that the teasers cannot provide. Step 2. Master the strategic pullback. The power of absence. If she has many men talking to her, she is likely receiving a lot of constant, predictable attention. If you are always the one replying instantly and always being available, you become predictable. Use the strategic pullback. When you have a great conversation, do not let it drag on until it feels routine. End the conversation while the mood is still high. By reducing your availability slightly, you create a gap in her attention. This forces her to wonder why you haven't messaged back yet or where you went. This creates curiosity, which is the engine of attraction. Step 3. Maintain emotional stability. The non-reactive leader. Most men in this position act out of jealousy. If she is talking to someone else, they get chatty or needy to try and reclaim her attention. Do not chase. Instead, show emotional stability. If she is busy with others, stay calm. This shows you are a high-value man who is secure in himself. Your ability to remain calm and relaxed even when other men are present makes you stand out as a leader in the relationship. The biggest mistake you can make is trying to compete by increasing your quantity of contact. If she has 5 guys talking to her, and you try to be the one who texts her the most, sends the longest messages, and is always available, you actually become less able to stand out. You end up becoming just another source of noise in her phone. Instead of trying to talk more, focus on making your talk matter more through emotional depth and strategic silence. Personal advice from the Ultimate Edition. My personal advice to you: do not fear the other men. Instead, use them as a way to practice your emotional control. A man who is threatened by other men is a man who lacks self-respect. When you stop worrying about the other guys and focus on your own growth and mystery, you become a magnet that they cannot ignore. A simple rule to remember: depth is greater than frequency. It is better to have one deep, meaningful conversation than 10 shallow, constant ones. The key truth: people do not fall in love with how much attention you give them. They fall in love with how you make them feel about themselves. The golden rule: be the man who provides emotional safety and unpredictable mystery. If you are safe, meaning emotionally deep but unpredictable, meaning able to pull back strategically, she will eventually prioritize you over everyone else. The simple formula, emotional connection plus strategic absence divided by predictability equals irresistible attraction.